everyone. My name is Jasmine McLean. I'm one of the content producers here at Rolling Out. Today, we have someone who is doing a great thing for her community and our community as a whole, especially Black mothers who are looking for extra support. And she is providing that in numerous ways. I'm so happy and honored to be speaking with Miss Simone Gordon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Doing good, just enjoying the warm weather, and also really excited to talk more about you being a Black fairy godmother and what that means for your community. So you help mothers and you support mothers and women in general when they're making transitions and just having that community that a lot of moms really don't have. So how did you become this leader within your community?
I became the leader in my community when I needed help. My son was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder at the age of 3, and I was working for a Fortune 500 company who did not understand me being a mom and juggling working for them as well. So I lost my job. I went to various social services agencies. Unfortunately, when you go to these places, it's a lot of stress and it's a lot of anxiety, and you don't get much out of it. So I got discouraged. I reached out to social media and I said, hey, do anybody know where I can get services to help me and my son? And so many strangers were giving me different avenues to go to. But one Facebook friend at the time said, hey, there is a group that help marginalized women like yourself get back on their feet. So I joined that group and I met 4 strangers, and they were Caucasian women. And I expressed my frustration of not being able to go to certain organizations to get the help that I needed, including Children's Specialized Hospital. A lot of people don't know, if you have Medicaid at times, you are put to the bottom of the list. So one of the strangers said, I'm going to go on LinkedIn and I'm going to write a letter to the CEO of the hospital. She did that. Day later, my son got all the services he needed, and he started a month after. Another woman said, what else do you need? I said, I need diapers because the insurance company does cover diapers, but it's not compatible to his body. She said, okay, well, I'll go to Target every month and I'll buy you some for him. Then another woman said, you're getting all of these blessings, but you need to get some education. You need some stability. I said, yeah, but I can't afford to go back to school because I owe a bill to a prior community college. She said, okay, well, how much was it? I said, $7.95. She said, I'm going to write that check and I'm going to help you enroll online in school. She wrote the check. I thought it was a joke. She mailed the check and the community all came together. They bought my books and I graduated last year, as a biology major at a community college, and I'm furthering my career in nursing. So I stated to myself, I said, I'm going to take my blessings and I'm going to create a community, and all the Black women across America, we're going to do this. It's been successful. A lot of women who need help, they don't have support, they don't have family, but they have their Black fairy godmother and her angels and fairies to help out.
That is so wonderful. And I think that is like really heartwarming to hear that you took your story and did the same thing for other mothers that are in need. Instead of just, continuing on the path that, your own path, you decided to reach your hand back out to those. So that is great. And of course, really worthy of the fairy godmother title. You talked about how you are doing the same thing for mothers and it's benefiting your community. Are there any initiatives or programs that you have that maybe a wondering single mother now who may need some assistance can fall in line to, or what are some other services that you are offering mothers now?
We offer emergency housing. We offer our Angel Food Assistance Fund. The Angel Food Assistance Fund, what we do is a lot of people can't go to food pantries or don't have the means or the transportation. So we partner up with Instacart and Walmart, and a lot of our donors donate to the Angel Food Assistance Fund, and we would have the food delivered. The mother will go on our website and fill out an application what type of food or medical supplies or toiletries that they need. And we will send it over Instacart, and we will also send them a bouquet of flowers to let them know that it's okay while having a hardship. So that's one of the programs, that's one of our top-notch programs that a lot of families apply for. We also have the Fairy Dust Scholarship Program, which 3 years ago, we partnered up with the Tory Burch Foundation. We help single mothers between the age of 21 and 41 go back to school or to obtain a trade of their choice, because a lot of them go through trauma and they feel as though since they're mothers, they can't succeed. But we provide the scholarships and we do the light work of putting them back into school and having them have careers. We have one mother who has a nail salon in Baldwin Hills, and we have one mother last year who went off to school to be a welder, and now she has a 6-figure business in Texas. So yeah, we're doing the work.
That is great to hear, and so amazing those success stories that came from just, finding that support in that community like you are able to give them. I did want to talk a little bit about you saying that you just got your degree, and going to school and actually balancing having this community and still doing the same thing for yourself. What are some ways that you stay organized, and how do you keep your faith? So staying optimistic and positive while you're, helping other people do the same thing.
Well, I do want to say that what keeps me going is many of the followers, many of the volunteers. We have 50 volunteers across America, and they keep me going by helping me become organized, making sure that we are creative each and every day to make sure that we will be sustainable as an organization. I also look at my son and just know that I came this far, so I know that I can continue, because my goal is to have my master's in public health and to have a transitional home, because I can't be on social media forever. So I'm thinking about building transitional housing in the South, because there's not a lot of resources in the South for many of the women. Also, in the Midwest, and hopefully on the East Coast where I'm from, but I really want to start with the South and the Midwest because they need the resources, the most. So I get about 1 hour of self-care, but it's worth it, because if somebody's not eating or someone can't be housed, it doesn't fill a void in my heart. So by the time I'm asleep, I just want to know that somebody is safe, somebody is fed, or somebody is getting what they need. So
Yes, that is a great thing. You're really walking in your purpose. And, we just got out of Black Maternal Health Week last week, and just talking about bringing that mortality rate down, and how mothers, especially Black women who bring life into this world, can be more supported. Is there something you would like to see for the future of Black mothers and that support? I'm a mother myself, and I had my daughter during COVID. So it was really hard for my family and people to actually be there for me. It was, really virtual support, which was really hard to navigate through. So I just wanted to pick your brain and see, how important is it to have support as a mother, especially a Black mother?
it is very, very important. And people don't understand mental illness is real. And they think that we're put together with our pretty braids, our hair, our blazers, but we have things going on. Just being a single mother mentally is draining. And a lot of people, including Congress, Congress, they don't understand these laws that need to be passed to protect Black and brown women, especially raising children and giving us time to have a 4-day work week, to have time to just do a 9 to 5 and not do 60 hours a week, and to change this, these statistics and the salaries is very important, because we can't continue to feed our children but not be mentally healthy. So that's extremely important. And that's why I created the Fairy Dust Scholarship Program, because I was not mentally healthy. I wasn't. And I'm happy that the 50 volunteers who I will say were privileged and lived a good life, they are experiencing what we go through day to day. And they could see and say, hey, I'm hands-on with this Black organization. And I see it's not just that the women are just sitting there not doing anything. They don't have the resources or they don't have the support. So yeah, it's important to me. And that's why I do the work I do every day, because some of these young girls who are coming from different sorts of life, the first thing that they say to us is, I'm tired, I need help, or I can't do this anymore. And those are the 3 things you don't want to come from a mother in need, because it can lead to other things.
That is very true. And I'm glad that you highlighted how important our mental health is, especially as mothers. We juggle a lot, and, we're trying to just make it like everyone else. you shared some women in your organization have really prevailed. They've started businesses or went back to school. Is there any success stories that really stood out to you from your organization? Someone that was really impacted by what you provided them, whether that was a scholarship or, just any resources that you were able to give them?
I would say Alexis. I was doing an interview on Channel 7 News, and my staff were saying a young lady specifically wanted to speak with me. She was going through a domestic violence situation, and she was going through it for some time. She saw me on the Sandra Bookman show, but she needed to know, how did I get out of the situation? How can she get out of the situation? What she can do. So I said to her, do you want to get out? She said, yes. So we got her out. She had her own apartment. We went on social media. We furnished her whole apartment with, some of the items from Amazon and Target. I said, what else do you need? She said, I need counseling. We got her the counseling. She wanted to go back to school. We got her to go back to school, and now she's going to school for LPN. So her success story was amazing because she was the young lady who kept going back to the same gentleman. But I had to be the one to be strong and be a big sister and said, hey, the more you go back, the more you're going to fall back. Do you want to wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and know that not just physically, emotionally, and financially, you're being drained, but what about your child? And she said, every organization, they told me that if I go to a shelter or if I come to them, that they will have to call CPS. And I said, well, I will guarantee you I won't call CPS, but I will protect you. She is now about to graduate as an LPN. She's beautiful. Her hair grew back, and now she's mentoring young girls as well, just by seeing me on that one interview. So that story inspired me. It took her 6 months, but she did it.
Yes, that inspired me as well. And I'm glad that you were able to help her through that time in her life. And it's, important, like sharing your story on platforms so other people can know that there are people like you out there to help them. Is there anything else that's coming up for the Black Fairy Godmother, or any initiatives that you guys have planned in the future that we can look forward to?
Yes, so every year for the past 7 years, we do Adopt a Mom. We want our followers and different people in the industry to adopt a mom for Mother's Day. Many mothers who are in the marginalized community don't get a chance to be celebrated. So what we do is we ask the mom to create 5 items on an Amazon gift list. And what they will do is you will adopt that list and share it on your social media platform and ask 5 friends or family, just 5, to buy one of the items. Some mothers will put on the items. They need toiletries, they need bras, they need shoes, they need underwears, whatever the case may be. That list will change their life forever, knowing that a stranger helped them and to be celebrated. So we do it every year. So it's called the Adopt a Mom. We have applications right on our website, www.theblackfairymother.org. And it's just something that we do every year. Mother's Day is very big in our community because we do so much, and it goes all the way back to slavery when we also started the Mother's Day. So yeah, so that's what's coming up for the organization.
That sounds so wonderful. And yeah, Mother's Day is right around the corner. So, I'm hoping that a mom does, get to experience what you're offering in your community as well. So thank you for sharing your story and your time. We are so happy and honored to have someone like you actually out here doing the work. And especially coming from me as a mother myself. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me today.
You're welcome.